Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and today I am working on my altered paper clips for Dear Julie Julie's August Assembly Line Junk Journal Challenge. And I wanted to show you how I'm making the bases for my paper clips. I've got 8 of them made and I need to make one more. So what I've got is I've got some this is digital paper printed from Artie Mae's sunflower kit, and I've cut it to 3 inches wide by 6 inches long. Then I've got another piece of just plain cardstock cut to 2.5 inches by 5 inches long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each of these, and the one that is 6 inches, I'm going to score at 3 inches. And the smaller one, I'm going to score at 2.5 inches. And I am going to round the corners on these, just because I like getting rid of corners where I can. It helps to keep stuff from getting caught on those little corners. So I hope everybody's doing well today. While I'm doing this, I'm also going to be inking around the edges of this outer one. Wanted to let you know my nature lap book, I'm actually almost done with it. I'm still working on finishing it up. Mostly what I've got left to do can be done in just a few evenings as I'm watching TV or whatever. So I've just about got that done. And I'm really liking the way that it's coming out. So I'll be doing a flip through of that shortly. And in my last video, I had mentioned a lot of, I'm going to ink the inside as well, because when I'm done with this, it's possible that a little bit of that could show, so I just want to knock back the white on it. That way, if anything shows, it won't be as evident. I forget what I was going to say now. In my last video, that's what it was, I mentioned the digital kits that I may be using bits and pieces out of for this challenge. And I think what I'm going to do, I told you recently that we were going to be going to renting a cabin at the lake for a few days. And so whatever I've got left over, I think I'll make a sunflower altered book, because that'll just require me taking some of those digital prints and a book and some glue and some scissors, and that'll be easy to carry with me. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, if I can find what I did. Oh, there it is. I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm going to cut in the center fold of this larger piece. And I want to try to get it, oops, don't want to do it that way. Try to get it as centered as I can, but I'm not going to sweat it. And again, now I've got a little bit of white showing, so I'm going to ink that up a little bit. Okay. Then let me get rid of my craft knife. I'm going to put my paper clip over my smaller piece. And I leave just a little bit sticking up so that it can go right through that slit that I cut. And leaving me a little bit of paper clip there. I may add something to it, I may not. And you can try doing it without cutting the slit and just putting the paper clip there. I just don't like the fact that when you do that, or when I do that, I still have that bulb there, so the round part there, so my smaller piece can't go right up to the crease. So I prefer going ahead and just cutting the little slit. A little bit of the paper clip shows, but not enough that you have to embellish it, and that allows my card to sit more flush up against the fold line of my bigger card. Okay, now I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac. You use whatever glue you want. And I'm going to put glue, obviously, all around the paper clip, but also all over the small piece of cardstock. And I didn't keep it still. And close the larger piece over it. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So put Fabri-Tac around my paper clip. And all over the small piece of cardstock, and fold it down. Give it a good squish. Now what I like to do while these are drying, just to be sure that the clip doesn't get sealed by any extra glue, I like to put it over a page edge and let the glue dry that way. Then what you've got is these bases. The paper clip is encased in the smaller cardstock, but this then slides right over your paper, and it is a hidden paper clip. Just like that. And what I will be doing is I will be embellishing all of these. I think the other thing I forgot to mention in the video where I was showing my kit is that each item we make has to have a minimum of 3 items on it. So you've got your base, and then you have to add at least 3 other things on top of it. So what I will be using is I've got some, I cut out some of the images from that little children's sunflower book that I'd showed you. Got those. I've got some of my sunflower stickers. The only thing I did on them, but these are dimensional. So they've got foam tape on the bottom and then foam tape between each layer. And so that ends up creating a good bit of bulk in my journal. So I've taken all the foam out and just glued one on top of the other. But so I've got some of those I can use. I've got some tickets from, it was either the Artie Mays or the Musings by Nikki. I can't remember which one right offhand. So some tickets I can use, and some butterflies that I'm certain came from the Musings by Nikki kit. And then I've got these little ephemera pieces that I cut out from DearJulieJulie's sunflower kit. So I can mess with those things when I'm making them. And I took a little strip of fabric, a little strip of cheesecloth, and I've got my ribbon and lace. So I know that looks like a lot, and it is, and I don't know how much of all of that I will be using, but I want them to be assembly line, so I've pulled out a selection of things that I can work with and nothing else. So I'll be making my 9 paper clips, and at the beginning of my next video, I'll show you how I got all these decorated. So in the meantime, everyone, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.